to investigate his death. Now they're saying they think he might have blown himself up, but I guess we're just supposed to believe a police department that had been involved persecuting this guy for years, that he'd been winning in court, and we're just supposed to just believe them, a group that illegally blocks the media from the city council building that's open to the public.
Well, and earlier I was talking about how he borrowed a Bobcat tractor from the mayor. You have to understand the reason why he had to do that is to do the city's job for them. They refused. They're supposed to maintain the storm drains and the sewage drainage system. They refused to do it, and it put him at tremendous risk. And what ended up happening is his house got flooded several times. So he borrowed the tractor from the mayor so he could grade the property to help protect his land, and he got cited for that, along with having, once again, too many chickens and too many cars on his own property.
Well, I've met some of these code enforcers, and they get off on harassing people. They'll tell you that. And it's just the most hollow, mindless control freaks. And the thing is, they annex countryside, and all the time. Well, I mean, that's how it started with the gentleman in Illinois who's facing life in prison still. And the states come down and said, yeah, we want life in prison. They agree with the county for filming and taping police in public because he lives in the country. And it turns out what the police chief's brother, I think he was saying, owns the wrecking company. And the guy restores old cars. They come out to his shop. The guy has no criminal record, known the community, fixes cars. He's a mechanic. And they hauled off a bunch of his valuable, 57 Chevys and stuff. This is what America is. And then he tapes it and goes to court and stuff. And then he's facing life in prison. And they'll sleep good at night, putting him in jail for life. I mean, these people are crazy. And I can't wait to see the footage of the cops saying, you can't go in the city council building. The city hall, the People's Hall, an open public building.
Oh yeah, we've definitely got it on tape.
Darrin, what about going back over there and waiting till the police get there and then walking towards it and having them and say, we just need this for complaints with the state and also a civil rights complaint, because you're violating our First Amendment here, freedom of the press. And I would just tell them matter-of-factly, saying we can't go in a public building. This is like having to have the Army get little black kids into the public school. I mean, you understand this is an issue of you blocking us from a public building and a public service. And
it's got to be confronted. So I'm game. I'm
now listen, I don't want you. Now, obviously, we'll sue them like we're doing with Dew. Our lawyer Stuart Rhodes doing a great job on that, and they're already trying to settle with Pittsburgh. I mean, we're going to sue them. Just keep the cameras rolling. Obviously, don't resist, whatever. But if you want to accept this mission, I want you to go over there. And I would say don't try to actually go in. Let them just commit the crime in front of everybody, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, good. All right.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, because, I mean, it shows this city council's out of control. They think because they use taxpayer money to pay these cops that they're ordering police to do illegal things.
Another thing I wanted to point out that
Yeah, go ahead, Darrin. All right, we've lost Darrin's Skype for a moment. We'll see if that comes back. I still haven't told the karma-geddon story. I may have to just shoot a special report in here for the Nightly News tonight where I cogently tell it all. This is so insane. I just want my Bill of Rights and Constitution. We'll try to jam a few calls in, hit a few final news stories here in this hour, see if Darrin's video ever comes back up. And we ought to just keep recording from the road when they go out there with Skype to see what happens with the police for the Nightly News tonight. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Infowars.com is the website. By the way, we have 2 new T-shirts at Infowars.com. A TSA T-shirt you've been asking for.
You don't need me to tell you that humanity is in a deep...
So the Democratic Party has come out and attacked Mitt Romney's wife, their top strategist, saying it's evil that she stayed at home with her children because they hate the family. We have a photo of the Romneys, whether you love them or hate them. The point is that I am certainly envious of 5 sons and 16 grandchildren. I mean, anybody out there with their head halfway screwed on straight looks at that and says, that's good right there. That makes you feel good inside. By the way, my children are homeschooled, but they go to a thing twice a week that's a school, so it's like a quasi, and it's accredited, and they were sent home with big packets about how great Michelle Obama is. any accredited school, you're taught how wonderful, even the Christian schools, Michelle Obama is in this country. I mean, everything is run by this scum. Government is running everything. And police and others are so confident in this country in tyranny that they would tell our reporters they can't go in a city council building. No law. Listen, that's illegal. Just because you got a badge and a gun, you're not God. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, they take people's kids for not taking vaccines. So see, they're saying the Romneys are bad for their kids. It's evil. It's evil to take care of your kids. You got to give them to the state. There's an article, California wages war on single-family homes. They've introduced legislation to ban the construction of them because of global warming. So you got to live in a big high-rise controlled by the bankers. You've got to rent, basically. I mean, this is such a prison. It's Agenda 21. It's real. It's happening. By the way, get the book. By the way, I haven't plugged this in days. I've never plugged it. We have all these new T-shirts. Everybody keeps asking for a TSA cert. This is a really awesome shirt that our crew put together. Who did this, Cade or Janae? They did a great job. They both do wonderful work. TSA, groping since 2001 on the back, legalize freedom, Infowars.com. Awesome. And your purchase supports the broadcast. I haven't really plugged anything all day until this the end of the last segment. Infowars.com. May the truth be with you. You know, kind of for the geeky nerds out there like me. And Infowars.com on the back. People ask for stuff, they get it. People call up with ideas and stuff. So new T-shirts there. Your purchase supports the transmission. And then, of course, we have reposted the video that we first put out yesterday. National movement launched to impeach Obama. The 5 core reasons why Obama should be impeached. And it goes through all of it. All the different forms of treason publicly that he's committed, launching wars without congressional approval, you name it. It's got 86,336 views since we launched it yesterday afternoon. It's a 10-minute video, right at 10 minutes or 9 minutes, 50-something seconds to be technical. And it's growing pretty good. It'll probably have 1 million views in a week, but that's not enough. We want to turbocharge this and point out the crimes that are being committed. That's what tyrants do. They just start committing crimes in front of you, in your face, to break your will and to train you to accept it. So at least in the court of public opinion, we have to say no. So your Facebook, your Twitter. Yesterday, John was going to pick us up some Pei Chinese food, MSG free is why I like it. And he walks in at like 2 o'clock at the end of the show because he left right before the show to go pick it up. A lot of us, we eat lunch after the show. And he walks in, there's nobody in there except one guy going, yeah, show her the video, Infowars.com, impeach Obama. Yeah, get it out to everybody. Well, she can't figure out the internet, it's all right, just show it to her. Yeah, okay, good, thanks. And that's the kind of stuff I see and hear out there all the time. So great job on that front. Look, we got loaded phone lines here. What I'm going to do for a few of the people that have been holding the longest, like Sean and KJ and Nicole, if we have time, and got Dave and Jeff, come back, jam me in, 1 minute comment apiece. And then I've got a tape for the nightly news. Right after the show, I'm going to tape a rant on karma-geddon that'll be on the nightly news tonight, 7 o'clock. Then we'll end up airing it tomorrow. I've just got to reset, but I will cover it one way or the other. All right, let's jam in some phone calls here. Let's go to Sean in Alaska, going north to Alaska. That's right, from deep in the heart of FEMA Region 6. You're on the air, Sean. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just attended a recent class on the North Slope training card. It's something required for getting work up on the North Slope. And the instructor went into telling us about, some stuff that's not loud, such as spilling stuff such as coffee, water, benign substances, even spit and urine on the ground is considered a fireable offense and can be criminal under the EPA.
Wow, so you're working on the mountains up there, and they're saying spit is fireable, and now the EPA is in control. Yeah, though, this green tyranny is everything. Wow, you should send us the info on that. That's a big article. Spitting now, fireable offense under green fascism. Wow.
I could do something like that. And also, to get up on the slope now, I remember about a year and a half ago, maybe, you did a report about how you had to get vetted by the TSA to get work. You know, it started with the unions. Well, it's now hitting, like, everybody now. It's called the TWIC card, the Transportation Workers Identification Card. It costs $129, and you have to go through all the TSA crap for it.
No, it's a license to have a job, and you'll have to get their approval to travel and to leave your house or to have a job, and you will be arrested with $15 million fines for selling eggs on the side of the street or tomatoes or having a garage sale. I mean, it's just, and the police say don't go in city council. It's the Soviet Union.
Definitely the Soviet Union.
So, and let me guess, the guy teaching you this, he kind of enjoyed the power that he was letting you know how things...
Well, he was actually not so much for it, really.
He's a terrorist.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I remember the name of the card. I'm always trying to explain it to the crew, and they don't remember about it. But yeah, it's the new transportation card, but it's going to be national parks, highways, jobs everywhere, anything that's infrastructure protection. What's the name of it again?
It's called TWIC. TWIC. You can go on the main TSA website, and it's on there.
Yeah, no, I know about it. I'm always meaning to cover that again, and I forget the name of it.
Another little side note I'll mention is my brother-in-law, he's a contractor on Fort Richardson, and he mentioned to me a little while ago that they're actually forming a mortuary battalion on there.
Say that again?
They're forming a mortuary battalion.
Yeah, I saw that, and they're training them all for riot control, and they're preparing all the cities for large portions of the cities to be dead.
It's pretty crazy. I'm from around Sarah Palin's neighborhood, and I remember one time I was listening to you and talking to my wife about what you were talking about, and she listens to you too. And you were talking about the TSA, and I came out of my little rural driveway, and lo and behold, there's a TSA truck passing by me. So it's just
they're just our little federal friends that teach the children that the men in uniforms grab their genitals. It's freedom. And the Supreme Court says the police are going to start the genital grope now for no reason. It's freedom. I mean, the new symbol of America, I guess, on the flag could be like, your legs spread and the police grabbing it. I mean, that's freedom.
Even here in Alaska, a lot of Alaskans don't really believe it's happening, but you'd be amazed, when you walk around up here and talk to people, and they really have no clue. And yet, just driving around, say, the city of Palmer, I was at the little Tesoro station there, and who rides in? Why, it's a TSA agent. The vehicle out there, they come in, I'm like looking at it, like who the hell is that? Yeah, it was a TSA Homeland Security,
Well, yeah, and you heard them. You're going to lose your livelihood if somebody sees you spit. And then they'll come to somebody and say, we know about his politics, Sean. Seen him do anything? Yeah, I saw him spit. We got him now. Maybe they'll burn your house down. And then if the media tries to come and find out anything, they'll just say, get your media and get out of here, boy. You ain't in America no more. This is the homeland. Brought to you by Goldman Sachs, Inc. Take a cancer shot for me. How you doing? You like dying? I know you do. Thank you for the call. All right, I didn't get to all the other people. The karma-geddon stuff is what I covered, and that's all coming up, and I am just...